Namaste. This is Chiaki, your yogic guide. Today we are going to talk about a 3-day Kitchari cleanse. So Kitchari is an Ayurvedic dish to rebuild the gut and reset digestive system. In this video, I'll show you how to prepare this healing meal from scratch. Before we go into it, the recipe has a blend of digestive spices that are there to strengthen your digestive fire, promoting more effective digestion and elimination of toxins. A Kitchari cleanse is a gentle Ayurvedic food-based detox consisting of 3 to 2 freshly prepared meals daily of Kitchari with herbal teas and adequate hydration and supportive daily practices such as yoga. So this cleanse has traditionally been used to reduce the gut inflammation for your intestines and your stomach and ease digestive symptoms, promote the gentle detoxification and increase energy levels and rejuvenate the body. So you cook the Kitchari at least twice over the 3 days so it's fresh if you can, or you can cook once at the batch and then eat it for the 3 days, but it's better to keep it as fresh as possible. And this is because in yoga we talk about prana, the life force energy, and prana stays in our food when the food is most fresh. Yeah, this is why in my cooking I always use as much as possible organic food and organic vegetables and fruits that I also get here locally. So the more closer to the source of the food, the more fresh the vegetables are, the more prana, the life force energy there is. Yeah. So during this cleanse, I also really highly recommend avoiding processed food and packed food. They don't have any prana at all. So you might be eating this food and it might fill your gut to feel full, but it's not nourishing your system at all. There's no nutrition, there's no life force energy. Yeah. And this is why just by changing your consumption, your food and diet, you can really reset your energy level, the mind clarity, and your physical well-being. Yeah, because everything is connected. If you're not nourishing your body, you're not going to be nourishing your mind and soul. Yeah. So during this cleanse, there are 3 phases. So there would be the preparation phase, and then the 3-day cleanse phase, and then the integration phase. So in the preparation phase, take out your agenda, check your schedule to make sure that you can do this cleanse in your timeline. It would be a little bit difficult to be eating just Kitchari and reduce all the toxins if you have plans to go out in the weekend, for example. So make sure to plan to do this cleanse at your own best time frame. Yeah, so you can really commit to the process. Also, during the preparation phase, we need to start preparing our body for the 3-day cleanse. Yeah, because during the 3-day cleanse, we will be only eating Kitchari for the 3 days. So we need to prepare our body in the preparation phase. And I normally do equal amount of days. So in this cleanse package, we're going to do 3-day Kitchari cleanse. So that means you would need 3 days preparation phase and then 3 days integration phase in prior and after to the cleanse. So 3 days before you start the actual cleanse, I recommend avoiding certain foods and increasing certain food. So for what to avoid, firstly, we want to avoid anything that's refined, so refined sugar, refined grains such as white bread, pasta, any white rice, anything like that, and anything stimulant, so coffee, alcohol, like too much spicy food, any processed food, unpacked food, and also raw vegetables. So try to avoid them in the preparation phase, as well as meat and dairy. These are very heavy for your digestive systems, so we want to avoid eating them in the 3 days in the preparation phase. Now, on to the next phase, that is the 3-day Kitchari cleanse. We eat only Kitchari for these 3 days, 2 to 3 bowls a day, depending on your hunger and the lifestyle. So I normally do for like a small handful for breakfast and then a normal big portion for lunch, because lunchtime is when our digestive fire, the Agni, is strongest. So we eat the biggest meal in lunch, and then you can eat a small portion again for dinner, or you can even skip it if you feel like it. So this is also an invitation for you to practice listening to our body and practice intuitive eating. Learn to listen, okay, what does my body need right now? What feels nourishing? And so starting with the preparation phase, I also recommend to drink a warm lemon water. So you can squeeze a lemon into warm water and drink that as the first drink of your day in the morning instead of coffee. And then throughout the day, just keep drinking warm water. Avoid drinking anything ice cold, which is going to infringe your digestive system. And keep drinking warm water. You can also add a little bit of grated ginger if you want to even stimulate more the digestive system. It really helps us also the immune system boost if you add the ginger in your hot water, if you like. But keep hydrating and keep drinking warm water throughout your days. And then the last phase, integration phase, after the 3-day Kitchari cleanse, we want to gently bring back our digestive system into the normal state. If you want to actually take the cleansing even into the next level, you could actually do the integration 3 days post cleanse phase with soup or juice cleanse. So after the Kitchari cleanse, our digestive system is very clean and ready to be washed and purified, and soup and juice cleanse then can help us use that fiber from the vegetables to wash down certain eliminations through the digestive systems. So if you want to test that out, go ahead and do that. Another way to do the detoxing cleanse right after the Kitchari cleanse is to use Epsom salt, the edible Epsom salt, but this requires a little bit more guidance. So either way, you could either choose to go into more deeper cleanse in the integration phase, or to slowly introduce back into your normal daily diet. So like the preparation phase, you can slowly introduce other food than Kitchari in your diet in the post cleanse integration phase, but just be mindful of, again, avoiding certain foods that we don't want to yet add onto our digestive system. So eat gentle and nourishing food mindfully. So something like oats with a lot of nuts and a little bit of honey and cinnamon can be really supportive for our digestive system, for example. Or a warm, nourishing soup with a lot of root vegetables. These are the kind of things that we want to be eating in our integration phase. So now let's dive into how to prepare the Kitchari from scratch. So the first two key ingredients are mung beans and jasmine rice. So I'm using organic mung beans and brown jasmine rice. So first I'm going to get 1 cup of mung beans. Into a bowl. And 1/2 cup of jasmine rice. Also into the same bowl. And then we're going to rinse this and soak it in water in a bucket for about 1 and 2 hours. So first, what do we need for cooking? These are the spices that I've prepared. Mustard seed, cumin seed, ground coriander seed, turmeric, and a little bit of cinnamon I like to add. And then we just use fresh ginger, carrots, zucchini, and sweet potato. And these are all organic because I like to use also the skin on its own. I'm not going to peel them because there are actually more nutrients between the skin and the fresh in vegetables and fruits. So this is also why I like to use organic food, because then we can also eat the skin. So in preparation, we're going to grate the vegetables first. I just cut off the edges, and then the rest I'm going to use it without peeling them. So I'm just going to use a grater and just grate all the veggies. You can also make them into cube instead of grating. It's up to you. So now that I've cooked all the vegetables, I'm gonna start cooking. Melt 3 tablespoons of ghee or coconut oil in a medium-sized pan. I use this ghee that is grass-fed and organic from a local brand. And now add in ginger. For 30 seconds, let it simmer in the oil. Feel the fragrance. Then add all the spices in. I've added all the spices, 1 teaspoon each, and then I like to add 2 teaspoons of cumin. I just like the cumin so much. And then just casually stir, let it simmer with the oil. Just for a few minutes. Be careful not to burn it. keep it in a medium heat so the spices don't burn. And you can smell the fragrance coming in really nicely. And now just add the rice and mung beans in. And stir it well with the spices. And now we're gonna add the veggies. And stir it well. And then we add water. I like to add 5-6 cups of water, just until like the surface of the vegetables. So I'm gonna add a little bit more water. And then we just put the lid on and let it cook for maximum 30 minutes, and then stir in occasionally. Stir occasionally and cook until the consistency is almost creamy and the mung beans and rice are well cooked, so it almost feels like a porridge. So once it's done, you can serve the portion of your liking and then add a little bit of coriander, and I like to add a little bit of lemon to squeeze over it as well. Citrus, you can also add instead of lemon, lime, but any kind of citrus helps us also digest. And then as well you can add salt and pepper to your liking. Enjoy! So thank you for watching until the end, guys. I hope this recipe and the video helps you along your energy renewal season and the spring cleanse. If you're not in Southern Hemisphere and you're not having the spring at the moment, save this video so you can return to do your cleanse in your spring later on. And if you have any questions, let me know in below comments, and I would love to know how your cleansing experience goes. So share with me whatever comes up for you and how it goes in the comment below as well. I share these helpful tips on YouTube as well as on Instagram, so make sure to follow me, and yeah, keep tuned for the next videos. Happy cleansing and namaste.